Hi, and thanks for being here this Tuesday. A lot to report this evening, a lot to report tomorrow, as I'll be rushing right out the door to catch this evening's McGoffin County Fiscal Court meeting in just a few moments after I wrap up the show with you. With that said, school will be rolling on regular schedule tomorrow most everywhere, with the exception of buses not being able to navigate all of the side roads, some of which sheltered by and large are just simply still a little slick and dangerous, and they ask you to use caution if you're traveling them, and to let you know that a few of those, of course, won't be traveled by the big yellow buses tomorrow in all of the viewing area, understandably so. But school back on regular schedule at least, and that is, well, that's good news for most everyone, as of course we're getting ready to get out for a few days for the Christmas holiday. I still have coverage and will have either at the end of this week and or the first of next week. We'll go into next week's programming schedule a little later on, of the Sagersville Hometown Christmas Parade. Just saving and sitting on that for a couple of different nights of coverage. So we'll get to that in more detail in just a few moments. So we're still a little out of the realm of the 7 day as far as the Christmas forecast is concerned. The 7 day right now taking us all the way up through Tuesday, which looks to be partly sunny, 53 with a chance of rain, albeit, but only a small chance. Will that warmer pattern carry us through Christmas? I'm not saying tonight. I will tomorrow night, however. It was just a few days ago that I covered the number of pertussis, whooping cough cases out of Floyd County, the health department there, naming their most recent, which is on the heels of a statewide report that we had last month about the number of deaths statewide. The total number of cases, I think 560 or so for the year, and 3 infants that had died as a result, all unvaccinated of whooping cough or pertussis here in the Commonwealth. At that time, the Floyd County Health Department had confirmed their most recent case, which brought their number to a total of 4 for the year. However, now, in just a matter of a few days since, the Floyd County Health Department is today confirming their most recent and 5th case of pertussis in that county. The, of course, highly contagious respiratory illness that starts off kind of slow and common and can progress really quickly. I did speak with the McGoffin County Health Department and its director, Pete Shepard, just a few moments ago before sitting down at the desk. They did have one case a couple of weeks ago, and as I understand, per his information, is that unless it is in a school or a school-aged child, it is not reportable necessarily to the public by and large. In those cases, of course, if it is a student in a classroom, for example, and the class has been exposed, it's taken very seriously. Antibiotics are given, and it has to be tracked quite thoroughly. If it's isolated in a small non-school aged child, it is a different situation and is handled much more differently. They have been working to gather some details and some information, realizing that Floyd County has a number of cases, while we have not, but necessarily are not immune to it either. Pardon the pun. Okay, before we get to our local headlines, an update on a few stories and a few new ones, including coverage, at least in part, of last night's Sagersville City Council meeting. I do have something from the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife. Their commission voted just a couple of days ago to change where wake boats can be navigated on Kentucky's lakes. Wake boats, as I just learned this year, are a different breed, so to speak. They literally create their own wake for skiers at a slow speed. They do so by taking on a large amount of water, as the boat is designed to do. It sinks that boat low in the water. A slow speed can, of course, cause a big wake in the back, and there you have folks skiing, waterboarding behind them without having to travel at a significant rate of speed. It does look like a lot of fun. No, I'm not going to lie about that. However, there is some controversy and some concern over those watercraft, and as a result, Fish and Wildlife made a recommendation to require wake boats to, in all wake sports, mind you, to operate at least 200 feet from any shoreline on all sides and 200 feet away from any commercial dock or harbor. And that means that there are a number of lakes that will still allow these wake sports or wake boats. They are Kentucky Lake, Lake Cumberland, Lake Barkley, Barren River, Green River, Cave Run, Dale Hollow, Laurel River, Nolan River, Rough River, Taylorsville, Harrington, Yatesville, and Dewey, and Lake Linville. All will continue to allow, essentially because of their size, allowing them to do so. Paintsville Lake, which is one of the smaller lakes in the state, will be one of those where wake boats and sports will not be allowed. The Department of Fish and Wildlife saying that they made the list of lakes that you can wakeboard on, essentially, and then the number of restricted lakes as well should be taken into consideration. And wake sports proponents have worked with the Fish and Wildlife Commissioners to try to find a solution that doesn't really restrict the sport, and this is said to be that compromise, if you will. The erosion from the water, as it forces a lot of water down and to the side in great capacity, causes erosion from the banks, shorelines, and like, according to professionals. Our first update, or our first story this evening, will be an update on the case that I spoke of last evening, where the man who was indicted for the auto accident that claimed the life of a teenage McGoffin County woman last year has now been arrested, with a little bit more in his history as it relates to driving under the influence. I'll be right back.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County School.
As cold and flu season approaches, there's another respiratory illness you should watch for: pneumonia. Like the flu, pneumonia can cause serious health risks and be life-threatening. If you have any questions about how to keep yourself and your loved ones safe and healthy, need over-the-counter relief for any symptoms, or want to keep your immune system at its best, stop by Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville.
Buffalo for me, bonsai for you.
Not a sauce guy.
Famous last words.
Not a napkin guy either.
Try new Famous Sauce with Lee's Saucy Sampler. Only at Lee's. Famous for a reason.
Atrial fibrillation is one of the more common rhythms we see.
AFib is an arrhythmia of the heart where the top part of the heart is beating erratically and out of sync with the bottom part of the heart.
The electrophysiology service is made up of a team of healthcare providers, and that includes an electrophysiology lab where we're able to do procedures to help repair heart rhythm problems. When a patient becomes heart rhythm free, it can really restore their life.
ARH, more for Appalachia.
For whatever reason, if your working days are over, don't do anything before you meet Grover. Social Security, disability, SSI, work injuries, wear and tear, and hearing loss. 888-9-GROVER. One name, one call, one ultimate solution to your heating and cooling, sales, 24-hour service, and installation for home, commercial, boilers, chillers, and VRF systems. With over 15 years of experience and now based right here in the viewing area, Ultimate Air, 496-6651. From vintage to true antiques over 100 years old, if you're looking for a gift for that impossible to buy for a person, or something collectible or neat for yourself, it's behind the Blue Door in Salyersville. Blue Door Antiques has acquired several local and area collections and put together one of the most unique opportunities you're going to find. Canisters from the old Royalton General Store to prints by Paul Sawyer and other Kentucky artists, crystal, carnival glass, handmade, one-of-a-kind furniture pieces, and so much more. Come in, look around, make an offer at Blue Door Antiques in the old Bella Joe's building here in Salyersville on 114. We'll give them a call anytime, 477-1188 or 226-7334. They're open Monday through Saturday through the holidays, 10 till 4, or by appointment if you want to call anytime. A Pike County man sits in the Pike County Detention Center at this hour after being, as I told you last night, indicted by Floyd County Grand Jury. This relates to the October 2024 wreck on 114 in Floyd County that claimed the life of a young McGoffin County woman, as I reminded everyone last evening. As of last evening, 44-year-old Keith Anderson of Pinson Fork in Pike County had not been arrested, but as of 2:33 today, he was lodged in the Pike County Detention Center for the tragic car crash that claimed the life of then 17-year-old Kayla Elam of McGoffin County, a McGoffin County high school student who was killed after the vehicle she was in was struck by that of Anderson's, who crossed the center line. The indictment accused him of being under the influence of alcohol at the time of the fatal crash and as a result of the investigation by authorities from that time until now, it's been confirmed that he has been arrested for driving under the influence at least a half a dozen times based on his record, as well as a number of being under the influence of alcohol arrests that have taken place. He is lodged in the Pike County Detention Center on charges of vehicular homicide, assault in the first degree, and driving under the influence, second offense or greater. Also on last night's show, I had the report of 3 individuals charged with arson and other serious crimes as it related to the destruction of property in the Wolfe County area, one being a Magoffin County man. As we have now learned and confirmed just a few moments ago, I did through the Wolfe County Sheriff's Department, a 4th person is being sought on similar charges, he too from Magoffin County. On last night's program, we knew that Corey Wallen of Sagersville, Brian Harper of West Liberty, and Joshua Spencer of the Campton area were all arrested facing charges related to a string of arsons that took place in Wolfe County on a number of different parcels of property, burning a barn, burning farm equipment, hay, and a number of other items that were listed. The Wolfe County Sheriff's Department confirming to me just a few moments ago that they are also searching for a 4th individual to the right of your screen, identified as Freddie Fletcher, also of Salyersville. We know that arrested so far were arrested over the course of the weekend, and all 4 were officially indicted in an indictment returned today by the Wolfe County Grand Jury, with authorities in the Wolfe County area asking that anyone with any information on Fletcher's location please contact the Wolfe County Sheriff's Department. The Sagersville City Council met in regular session last evening, where the mayor and administrators commented on the sewer system, or lack thereof, here in Magoffin County, as the number of residents affected continues to grow and their thoughts and concerns continue to understandably intensify. And I'll take you to a portion of that meeting in just a few moments. Right now, here's tonight's Magoffin Farm Bureau calendar. Now, it's calendar time, and Rumpke wants everyone to know about their holiday schedule coming up for next week. Essentially, if your garbage collection day is on Thursday, which would be Christmas Day and New Year's Day, it's going to be Friday. And if your garbage collection is on Friday, normally, which will be the 26th and 2nd, it will now be Saturday, the 27th and 23rd, bumping up a day for Thursdays and Fridays, going to the next. The Water into Wine Food Pantry has their commodity day for tomorrow and their senior commodity day for Thursday this week, 9 to 11 both days. They hope everyone will be there and look forward to seeing all of their customers, and we look forward to seeing you on our calendar. So please join it whenever you have something you want everyone to know about. Turning to funeral service announcements, 67-year-old Ricky Jean Gamble of Sagersville passed away Saturday at his home. The son of the late Berlin and Reva Tackett Gamble, survived by his companion, Rosa Sharon Sloan, his sons Brian and Josh, as well as his daughter Adriana Blossom Gamble, my apologies, 2 stepchildren, Carson Sloan and Crystal Smith, 3 brothers, Ronald, Danny, and Michael, his sisters, Lisa, Darlene, Teresa, Selena, Angie, and Charlene, 5 grandchildren, 3 step-grandchildren, and 3 great-grandkids. Services start tomorrow at 1 from the head of Coon Creek United Baptist Church. Welcome to the best sales, the best service, and the best selection in the viewing area and Eastern Kentucky. It's Conley Tire in Staffordsville, where they have big specials on big name brands every month. And as always, brake jobs, oil changes, computer diagnostics, and 6 months no interest. Conley Tire in Staffordsville and conleytire.net.
90s Mixtape Live. Motown Philly's back again. But it's love that I need. That thing, that thing, that thing. Oops, I did it again. Rock your body, yeah. Party now, and I will always love you.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
SMB is proud to stand with you with what might be your very first and definitely last checking, savings, retirement, even Christmas club account, along with consumer, auto, mortgage, business loans that you can easily manage from anywhere in the world with safe, secure mobile and online banking that comes from over 120 years of commitment to your financial life and well-being, today, tomorrow, and forever. Salyersville National.
At Big Sandy Healthcare, every patient is seen as an individual deserving of respect, compassion, and top quality care. For us, it isn't about who they are or where they come from, but about the dignity and the care that they deserve. Our commitment goes beyond simply treating diseases. We tackle food insecurity, transportation problems, and other barriers many of our patients experience that hold them back from living fuller, healthier lives. At Big Sandy Healthcare, that's what sets our organization apart.
Youth. Experience. Modern solutions to modern problems.
Proven solutions to legal problems.
An emerging face in the courtroom.
A known presence in the courtroom.
Together, we are multifaceted.
Together, we will do right by you.
If you are having any legal issues at all, just relax and call Max.
If a car wreck is causing you pain, just pick up the phone and call Donald Wayne.
Turning to coverage of last night's Salyersville City Council meeting, another local residents that's just plain fed up with paying for the failing sewer service. That with approximately right now some 200 grinder pumps are failing. The electrical motor, that is, that pumps the sewer from a small reservoir in a person's yard or property to the plant. Approximately 200, as was confirmed by the mayor in an interview that we had some weeks ago, unoperational. With the Salyersville Water Works under control of the city, unable to pump those reservoirs enough to keep sewer from backing up on people's property, plain and simple. And the situation is getting worse every day, every month, with many people just being done and wanting answers. For example, Miss Brandy Lane of Kentucky Street in Dixie, who, like anyone else that comes before the council, was limited to her 3 minutes to get answers last night.
I'll go ahead and take my 3 minutes. My name is Brandy Lane, and I have lived here my whole life, but I have lived in city limits for the last 20 years. We live in Dixie on Kentucky Street. And over the course of probably a year, a little bit more, there have been ongoing issues with the sewer system, and I know everybody's aware of that. The specific issue that I wanted to address, though, and I have been in touch with the mayor and the offices about this, repeatedly reporting and putting in work orders to see if it can be addressed. Specifically in my home, and I know that some of you mentioned not liking the smell of smoke outside. I can understand that. Imagine living with sewer gas in your house all the time. That is so overwhelming that you literally are having health issues because of it. Headaches, respiratory issues. My son has asthma. The smell is so overwhelming in his room alone that there is, I mean, it's just, it will take your breath. And they have come out, they have attempted to make fixes to different things. There's no leak in my home. However, they have found through smoke testing and things that there are some leaks on up the street that need to be addressed, they believe, in order to fix this. However, nothing has been done at this point. So I do have a few questions as far as how this can be repaired. I know this is a huge issue and it's not something that can be taken care of, you know, immediately, but it would be nice to see steps in the right direction, because I'm not the only person this is affecting. I'm just one who's willing to come and say something. A lot of people are intimidated or otherwise, you know, don't really know enough information about it. They don't feel comfortable. I don't have a problem with that. So I do have a few questions, Mr. Mayor, if I can.
Yes.
What month and year was Allen and Associates hired to do the city's last audit?
One more time.
What month and year was Allen and Associates hired to do the city's audit?
2024 and February or March, with the start date, I think, of June or July. July.
And
Yes.
can you provide proof of that hire date?
Yes, not, I'll have to pull it up, but yeah, we have an engagement letter contract signed with them.
Okay. And again, Mr. Mayor, why did the auditor not come in to City Hall to complete that audit as normal, as per usual, in like a sit-down session, one-day plan like they have done in years past?
He did come in, all of this stuff
Has
here.
been completed, is what you're saying at
Is
this
what?
time?
He
The
was-
audits have been completed?
He was here
in a
for a
one-day-
week or two.
Yeah, he was here for a couple of weeks.
And the audits have been completed?
We have not received
We've
it.
not received it, but he's got everything he needs.
Okay, so your statement then is that these audits are being completed at this time?
Yes.
And that there's no non-compliance issue whatsoever with the audit process?
No, not that he's notified us of anything.
He's got everything he needs.
Yeah.
So as far as you're aware, there is no issue with non-compliance?
No.
Okay.
They may have made 3 trips here, and all of these are our files, and they are still sitting here in case we need to pull something. We have had to pull stuff after they left and send to them. But they were here for like a week, and then 2 days another week, and then I think the main auditor came back for 2 or 3 days. I'm not 100% sure of the exact days, but
Can you provide those as well?
we'll have to get them from him because we don't keep a record of when they were here.
Okay, and have you received those results for those audits?
No.
And what year were those audits for?
23.
FY 23.
Okay, so 24 has not been completed?
No. Hasn't been started.
Okay, and is there a reason why that hasn't been started?
Because he ain't got 23 done.
Okay, so the fact that the auditor hasn't completed it is keeping you from going ahead and doing that audit?
Yes.
And why is that?
He just has to have the one, he can't start another one without having one finished.
Okay, but my question is, because that one is behind, obviously, 23, and has not been completed, then you have not gone ahead with preparing the 24 audit as it should have been initially?
No, we haven't signed a contract for 24 yet. He won't sign one until he gets this one done.
And why can it not be completed by a separate individual or this entity itself?
Because 23 has to be completed.
Before you can do 24?
Yes, and 22 was not completed under the other administration, previous administration, until
last year.
Okay, so because of that, then you are progressively behind in completing those audits?
Yes.
Okay. So my next question then for you is, you stated on October 1st of this year to Your News Today that the auditor would be releasing an audit in a couple of weeks. Is that correct?
Yes. I got the email that he sent, said he'd have it done within a certain day, so.
And that was in October, and it was not completed within that timeline?
No.
And did he give a
The
reason?
state's well aware of it. I send them an email as soon as I get it.
Right, and did he give a reason for that?
No.
Reason that it was not completed on time?
No.
And what was your follow-up on that issue to find out when it would be completed?
He emails when he gets stuff ready.
It's been 3 minutes.
Oh, 3 minutes.
Okay,
Sorry
that's
about
fine. Thank you all so much.
All right.
I will be back. I have a lot more information
All
to
right.
share.
Lane's questions are not alone. They are not unwarranted either, and they are very similar to that of a lot of other individuals we continue to hear from daily. We're compiling a list of all that. We have been for days and months now researching this, and in addition to that, I have reached out today to the auditor who did the audits for the city of Sayersville prior to this administration, who began with this administration, as well as to the state auditor and some other individuals to try to fact check all the information that Lane was given last night, and I will have that just as soon as that is returned, some of which I already have, but still much more to have before I bring you that next report, which is forthcoming. Now, let's check out with that your Licking Valley Outlook, which takes us right up to the eve of Christmas Eve. Right? Yes, just making sure. It's been a long week. Here, mind you, 44.5 degrees today. Pretty nice out there today. It was pretty comfortable for 44 degrees, I thought. 37 right now and falling. That is after we started off at 17 degrees this morning, so it was still cold. I've still got some stuff that's frozen as far as pipes are concerned. Hoping that's going to change maybe here in the next day or two, as tomorrow we should be close to 50. Now, mostly cloudy skies tonight. Temperatures around 27, but then they're going to reverse, and then they're going to get back to about 37 or 38 for the remainder of the night. So we're going to be back to where we are essentially right now, if you're catching the end of this early show, after we dip down maybe another 10 degrees and then put it in reverse. And then tomorrow we'll just keep on climbing up to about 49 degrees, close to 50. We will see mostly cloudy skies for your Wednesday, but we're talking 50 degrees. We're talking a breezy 50 with southwest winds up to 15, 17 miles per hour or so. Clouds might give way to just partly cloudy skies by tomorrow night. 31, actually I haven't updated, 34 for tomorrow night's low right now, with calm winds. For your Thursday, I think we'll see partly sunny skies, another breezy day, southwesterly up to 20 miles per hour, and a 70% chance of showers, maybe 70 to 80% chance of showers that are not going to amount to anything, maybe a tenth of an inch or so. But there might be some drops that change into some flakes Thursday night and into your Friday, with a few snow showers early Friday, but warming up to a colder, mostly sunny, and as you saw, 35, 25 that night. And there you have, we already flipped the script on me, and it's 54 for your Saturday and mostly sunny. That 20% chance of rain is not until after 1 o'clock in the morning or so during the overnight. So Saturday in the 50s and mostly sunny. That's going to be a nice day to stop by and get a hot dog. Just saying. It's a shameless plug. Sunday, we back off down to the upper 40s, but we're still partly sunny and a slight chance of some rain here and there. That's not going to add up to much. Monday, mid-40s, partly sunny, a 30% chance of rain, and then just like that, like magic. Tuesday, the eve of Christmas Eve, we're at 53 and partly sunny and only slight chance of rain. Tomorrow, we'll focus on your Christmas Eve forecast and seeing how far that pattern or trend is going to roll through the all-important holiday. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Good night.